How to fix the Express Transit vulnerability on your iPhone. I love paying with my iPhone. I use Apple Pay at grocery stores, vending machines, and really anywhere else that's compatible. However, if you use Apple Pay, too, be warned, a recently discovered security flaw could allow hackers to steal right from your mobile wallet, particularly if you use public transit. Express Transit has a security vulnerability. Now, the fault doesn't lie with Apple Pay as a whole, rather, one specific feature of it, Express Transit. This option is great for anyone who commutes via public transit. With Express Transit, you don't need to authenticate a Metro purchase with Face ID or Touch ID. Instead, you simply hold your iPhone up to the terminal, and the transaction is instantly approved. It's just as convenient to use as a traditional Metro card, without needing to carry one around with you. Even though Express Transit eliminates one of Apple Pay's security features, it's still usually a safe bet. Metro transactions are not large, and there is a daily cap on the amount of money you can spend using the feature. In theory, even if there were a security risk, a hacker wouldn't be able to get away with too much money before being caught. Unfortunately, this new security flaw isn't typical. As demonstrated by The Telegraph, one can replicate a Metro terminal using a combination of software and hardware that will activate the Express Transit feature on iPhones. Doing so this way bypasses that security cap. Researchers were able to drain as much as £1,000, around $1,380, from a test iPhone. That's one expensive subway ride. It's important to note that this flaw requires physical access to your iPhone. You're not at risk using legitimate transit terminals. The only concern is if someone steals your iPhone, or you leave it unattended. Still, those situations are within the realm of possibility, so this vulnerability is a concern. Luckily, the flaw doesn't affect all cards using Express Transit. At this time, the issue is isolated to Visa. According to The Telegraph, researchers claim the flaw exists in both Apple's system and Visa's. Apple, however, pointed the finger at the financial company, and assured customers that any unauthorized payments would be reimbursed through Visa's policy. Visa, for their part, claims that these types of hacks have been studied extensively, and wouldn't pose a threat in the real world. How to protect your iPhone from the Express Transit security flaw. If you'd rather not take Visa's word for it, you can protect yourself by going to Settings greater than Wallet and Apple Pay greater than Express Transit card. Here, choose a card that isn't Visa. MasterCard, which includes Apple Card, and American Express are not affected by this flaw. If you only have a Visa card to use, tap None to disable the feature entirely.